Hi friends, it's Susan Smith with Stamp Creatively, and this is an online exclusive. I'm doing another video where Stampin' Up! Does online exclusives. They come out with them quarterly. They'll come out with some more in February. And the reason they do that is then it doesn't have to be in print. And I know we love a catalog because I am a huge catalog fan. So let's lament together. Okay, so I like my publications and I want to see it in print. Like I need to print it out, have it in my hands. But I never print anything from Amazon. So there are a lot of people that shop online and never need a catalog. It's those of us who have had the catalog that think we need it over and over. So this is Stampin' Up's way of putting some trendy things out there. They're while supplies last. If you don't like it, don't look at them. But if you like to look for something new and something a little bit more on trend, that's a good way to do it. So this is a stamp set called Tropical Leaf. It comes with a punch. I've used it a ton. I did a whole class on it when it first came out. But I needed some Valentines, and I liked what it said. So see, this is my morning cup as I hold it. It's still freezing cold in Indiana. So that's my heater running behind me. It's cold in my office this morning. My heater's running behind me. I'm holding double-fisted to my warmness. But I wanted to show you the Valentines I created. So I am in my Gammy era. This shirt was gifted to me by my daughter-in-law for Christmas. And I added the 9 to the sleeve. Can you see that? Oh, I'd have to switch cameras. Let me switch so you can see my 9. Because you really don't need to see me. So here's the 9. We had 9 grandchildren in 9 years. So Abe's the oldest. And they're in families. So Abe, Ruby, those two are the oldest. Walt and Ingrid. They're all in one family. Willow, Wyatt, and Winona, and then Amelia and Sloan. So Abe's 11. Ruby's almost 10. And Walt, Willow, and Amelia are all 6. Winona and Ingrid are 3. Wyatt turns 5 this week, and Sloan turns 2 the end of the month. So those are my crazies. So I wanted to do a little Valentine, and I loved this X's and O's because I always put those in a card. And then love you lots. I'm also going to use some Sale-a-bration product because it's my grandkids. So let's use the free product for them, right? So I'm using this Most Adored because one side is pink and the other side is gold. And then because I needed a pink and red back-to-back paper, I'm also using, where is it? Where are you hiding? Oh, up here. I'm also using this poppy colored piece, or poppy pattern piece for some love. So the way I decided to do it was this. This probably has some kind of a fancy name. I don't know what it's called. It's layered and cutting and way simpler than what it looks. These are for the boys. They're getting red. The girls will get pink. And my lines match up good enough for me for my grandsons. But if this bothers you, this is one of the things you can do, which I'll show you how I did that magic. And then here's the inside. Lots of love. And then all of my O's are always hearts. So I punched out a little love across the bottom. And then I'll write in here. I always do roses are red, violets are blue, because my dad always did it. So I'm gifting that to my grandchildren as a pass down from generation to generation. So I'll show you how I put these together. If you're an overthinker, fine, go right ahead. It's not going to do you any good. because I'm going to make it look really simple. So these are 4 by 5 1/4. Okay. So I've got my cutting blade, and I get to do this any way I want. So I'm going to cut this piece off, and it cuts all 3 of these DSPs at once. And then I'm going to cut it again. Okay, this is what I found works best for me. I'm going to, oh, this is a Sale-a-bration item. This is Softly Sophisticated. That's how I emboss the hearts. And I'll show you those. So it does better for me if I lay these out. And then I'm going to put this at the bottom. I'm going to mix up my patterns so I have 1 of each on each card. This one needs the hearts. That one needs the swirls, and that one needs the checks. Okay, now each of them have their pattern. Then I took some basic black and I made it, you know, if this is cut by 4 and our cardstock is cut at 4 1/2, this is the 4 between 4 and 4 1/2. So 4 1/8. This is normally cut 5 1/4 because our cardstock is 5 1/2. So it's between 5 1/4 and 5 1/2. So just a smidge bigger. And that's what works for me. So I'm going to assemble these. And you get to use your adhesive of choice. If you're a glue fan, you can always glue these. I found it worked best for me to get them lined up the way I wanted if I took the piece that went from end to end. So I went ahead and made one that went from end to end. And then that way I know that it's lined up a little bit more square. If not, I had a tendency to get them a little wonky. I've been practicing, friends. Again, the goal is to make it easy for you. And then this one is going to butt right up against here. And again, if this is something, like if there's going to be a little bit black that shows and it really bothers you, I will solve that problem for you in just a minute. Okay, so there's one. We have 3 grandsons, so they're done. 6 granddaughters, and I'm about to get the first 3 done, and then we'll have, this looks like it's a little big. It is. This one didn't get trimmed down. That'll mess me up. So I know this one's going to get trimmed down. I'm still going to go over here in the corner because I want a little bit of the pink cardstock to show too, because the girls do like their pink. I don't know if you have grandchildren or not, but they're the best. We've had a couple snowy days. We live in the woods, so they've been over here in the woods and sledding, and my job is to stay in and make the hot chocolate. I am an outstanding hot chocolate maker. Okay, so I'm going to trim this off because I just cut this one a little big. Too much cutting this morning. This does not line up perfectly. Again, I know my audience. I know who these are going to. I send them, and they all get their own envelope. And my daughter, who has 4, says that's the meanest thing I can do to her family, because the kids never all get them on the same day. So they're just sure Gimme didn't send them one. And especially if I include any type of candy, which I am known to do. Okay, so now I have these 3 done. I'm going to show you how I put the gold on it. It's super hard, or not. So my goal was to do these videos for you as Facebook Lives. So I was going to go on at noon on the online Stampin' Up! Online fan club. And I was going to go on at noon. This is tear and tape. in case you're wondering what I'm using. This is the tear and tape. So that was my goal. My Facebook Live and I are not friends. It does weird things to me. So, like when I do them, I can't switch my camera. I don't feel like I'm getting good clear shots. So it's making me a little crazy, and I'm going to continue to work on it. So again, my goal is to be live so we can chat a little bit better. But until then, you're going to get a video. Okay, so that was the corner that kind of might bother some people. Again, doesn't bother me. I know my audience. So now I'm going to take it. Remember this beautiful gold leaf stuff we have? It's still beautiful gold leaf. I keep mine in a box like this because when you open a jar, it's a gold leaf explosion. And because that tear and tape, I'm just going to not drop the card so that the gold leaf goes everywhere is always a goal. Come on. Everything's going to have... So today, while I'm out and about and meeting with friends and doing all that I have to do, someone's going to say, you have a little gold on you. And I'm going to say yes, because I got to work this morning. So I'm using our blend brush to brush it off with, because that works really well for me. That just makes me happy right there. Before Stampin' Up! Had gold leaf, I would buy it in sheets. And I like to repurpose furniture. And I'm known to, when I'm polyurethaning on those final coats, to add a little gold leaf or a little glitter or something so that it just adds interest. So when people are sitting in the family room and they go to sit their cup down on one of my tables, they go, does that have glitter in it? And I go, yes, it does. Beautiful, huh? Now, again, it covered up those lines that might bother you. Do not bother me. I will have to do this on all the little girl cards if I did it on one, because they all have a sister. So I can't send one with beautiful goldness and not send them all. But I'm not going to make you watch me do them all. I'm going to put this back on here. See how careful I am not to get that everywhere except when I drop my card. Thankfully, you can't see to my right because we have a term when we've been busy that we get a little piley, and I am definitely piley. My desk is going to get cleaned off when I finish this today. But I camped this weekend, so I've done a bunch of videos. So if you follow me on Stamp Creatively, go over there and look on YouTube. I did a bunch of videos on my camp cards. This is Melon Mambo. I'm going to put my seal across the front. I think this one's out. Let's see if this one has any in it. This one may be out too. I have a tendency to not replace them until they're actually out, even though I can see the red. I'm going to lay this right on here. Adorable. Here's the Melon Mambo paper that I ran through that embossing folder. Can you see the texture on there? That's this softly, that has a little gold on it now, because everything's going to have a little gold. Softly Sophisticated. And then if you watched my video yesterday, you saw my bee. So we're going to add a little bee wing love that's a heart. Right here to the front because it's adorable. And then in here is where we're going to add this. So I'm going to add my lots of love. I'm just stamping this in Memento because I wanted it to be black. Oh, my glass mat studio. Friends, if you don't have this, it's my new favorite thing because I can wipe it off. It wipes clean. I've got this chamois up here that all I have to do is wet it, and it just wipes it off. I've got that little thing that I can watercolor in. So now I'm going to go back to my bee builder and use the tiny heart. And this is that Sale-a-bration paper that I told you, because it's got a little blushing bride and a little puppy. And even though it's got flowers on it, when you're punching these little hearts, you can't tell. Okay, let me see how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. If I was smarter, I could just use a small strip of paper, but I had this as scrap, so I just grabbed it. There's my 5 little hearts, and I have a little confetti mess over here. And then what I did, so I just went and I just took my glue dots, and it's just trying to pick up my little hearts, and well, it worked a minute ago. It's not cooperating now. The first time I just flipped these things over and stuck them on. And now they're not lining up. It's always easier when you're not on camera. You get on camera and it gets harder to do. So there's that one. Of course, I'm alternating colors. Maybe. I think I have 2 more pink. That wasn't very smart. Well, because I have more cards to do, I'll just have one ready to go. I don't know what you guys have going on today, but I hope you get it create, because that always makes it a good day. There we go. And no one can tell those are flowers. And my granddaughters won't care. Remember, I've got all these ages. Now I think I've killed them both. I think they're both dead. Let's see. Yep. So I have 3, again, over here, the messy side. I have 3 seals sitting over here to my right, and all of them are empty. Does that mean I need to clean up my piles and maybe refill some seal? There you go. The girl one and the boy one. 1 red, 1 pink, and then all of these other ones. I can add the gold to. I don't have to. Whatever I decide to do. But how simple is that? So I got, in a short amount of time, I have 6 cards done, ready to put in the mail. All I have to do is, my roses are red on the inside. I hope you're enjoying these. Again, Stampin' Up! Is going to add more in February. So if you're an online exclusive fan and you want to look for more, do it. I had somebody call me the other day. They wanted the little birds and dragonflies, and they're gone. I don't know whether that means they'll come back or not, but they were an online exclusive. Well, that's what I need to add to this. I could add some embellishment. Oh, I have an idea. Let me show you. These are my favorite, and these will be perfect. Let me switch cameras. Okay, so these are the adhesive back sparkle gems. Look at those. Perfect colors for my card. A little black sparkle. Oh yeah. Got gold sparkle. Yeah. I mean, everybody likes a little sparkle. I need one up here now. And these are from the annual catalog. So we should bedazzle these. Don't you think so? And when, you know, I have a take your pick tool and I love that. But when these are off like this and I can just bend this and pull it off, they come off so easily. I don't always use my tool. Where do we want this? Right up there. All right, friends. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day, and I'll work on getting to make it a Facebook Live. But again, if you have any questions or you want to ask anything or comment, please don't hesitate to do that, and then I'll get back with you. But again, the goal is to get live. All right, you have a great day. I'm cleaning this mess up over here. I can't hardly stand it. All right, have a good one. Bye.